What's good, Marvelous DJs? Welcome back to another episode of Cheat Code. So in this episode, we are actually going to learn one of the basic scratches today called the baby scratch. I'm going to teach you how to do the baby scratch. Very simple. It involves an open fader, so not much fader work. Couple of things you should pay attention to is the direction of the record, which way am I pushing the record, the speed at which I'm pushing that record back and forth, as well as the crossfader. So is the fader open or closed? Is it in the middle? Is it to the far right? Is it to the far left? So you may have to watch it a couple of times, but those are the three things that you want to pay attention to. Also, go check out my other scratch videos, starting from scratch. You want to check that video out too. Go check out the adjusting your fader curve, your crossfader curve, externally and internally. Go check those out first and then come back here and then learn how to do the baby scratch on today's Cheat Code. All right, so welcome back to Cheat Code. Thank y'all for coming back. Today we're going to learn how to do the baby scratch. I got my tables out, got my mixer out, and then you can also see the tracks on Serato. So baby scratch generally is a back and forth motion of your hand at various speeds. In the fader, so if you pay attention to the crossfader, the fader stays open. When it's in the middle position, that means the fader is open. If I'm using the right turntable, the fader is still open. This turntable, or the one, is closed, right? So if we talk about the closed position, we would close this one because the audience won't be able to hear what's being played in this one. It's closed, right? And vice versa, if I move the fader all the way over to the right, this turntable is now closed, this turntable is now open. For the baby scratch, we don't need to move it. We'll keep it in the middle here, and this is the open position for both. You'll probably see me slide it just out of habit when I switch hands to do the scratches. I'll probably do some loops. Baby scratch, baby scratch, baby scratch. So I'll be opening and closing. So three things you need to listen to, or excuse me, three things you need to pay attention to is the direction of my hand, how fast I'm moving my hand, and whether the crossfader is open or closed. Those are the combinations of things that create certain scratches. Now the baby scratch, it's not too particular, but listen with your ears and watch those three things with your eyes so you can visualize and understand how the scratch is actually working. First, I'll just do the scratch without any music or anything, and then I'll turn the music on, and then I'll do the baby scratch on both left and right decks. So here, fader open. Right? We start right before the actual sound, right? So when you push forward, you get sound. You pull it back, you get sound. I'm not going to move all the way through here, and I'm not going to pull it all the way back. It's just going to be all right. Notice my fingertips are actually what's controlling the record, right? Really, I use these two fingertips. Sometimes I use this. I'm not using my whole palm of my hand to scratch the record, right? Because you need that flexibility to kind of turn that corner, right? So kind of like what it reminds me of is when you're doing your thumbprint, or the old iPhones when they had to test your thumbprint and you had to roll it. That's kind of what you're doing here, right? You're kind of moving it. Now, or you're just pushing it straight up with the tips of your fingers. I'm really using these two. Occasional I'll add the three to hit the more difficult scratches. Very rarely am I using my thumb to scratch or my pinky finger. I may use my thumb to slow down the turntable, but we're not here for that. We're here for the baby scratch. So again, let me demonstrate that for you now. Okay, so that's the right deck. Same scenario for the left deck. So just pushing forward and dragging back. So that's the left deck. So that's your left and right deck baby scratch. So let's get into a little bit of mixing with the beat. You want to try and stay on beat. I'm going to cut my mic off so you can hear more of the song and more of the scratching. So here we go with the baby scratch on beat. Those are your baby scratches. So you're doing those small back and forths, or as you can see, and sometimes I kind of did a fast one. It does take some time to get to that point. The best way to practice your scratches is to go at a slower speed. So I would suggest you turn your tempo all the way down as low as you can go and practice on some of the scratches and the looping that you saw me doing to create that timing. So baby scratches are great for timing and loops because it gives you the time to really hit those marks. In some cases, line the songs up together so you're letting go as soon as that other song is coming in, and then you're mixing and doing that loop. So sorry about the noise right there, but I was trying to explain to you, as you can see at the top, to do that loop where it's mixing those two songs together. But baby scratch loop, could do that all night. It's therapeutic, I'm telling you. So go ahead and practice the baby scratch. Let me know if you have any other questions. Again, when it comes to scratching, it's 3 things you should be paying attention to. 1 is the crossfader. Is it open or closed? And clearly mine was wide open even when it was closed. But is it open so the crowd can hear what's actually happening? Sometimes you don't want it open. Some scratches you got to close it, 2 closes or 2 opens, depending on what scratch it is. But for the baby scratch, you keep it open, and then you just do some arm motions. Again, fingertips on the record, and then you're scratching with your fingertips. All right. Speed and direction. For this one, it's just a simple back and forth. Most of them are back and forth, but sometimes you have 2 forwards and a back. So we'll get to those scratches later. So we'll get to those a little bit later. But most scratching, you want to pay attention to those 3 things. How fast is the record moving? What direction is it moving in? and where the fader actually is during that session. So you want to kind of watch these videos, these scratch videos, at least 3 times so you can get all 3 items, and then you get the sound in your ear and have a better understanding of what exactly you're doing in order to do the scratch. That's it. That's your baby scratch. So that's it for the baby scratch today. Hopefully you picked up some cool tips on just a basic scratch. This is a great scratch to start off with. Just getting your timing down together, getting that control of the record so you can clean your scratches up a little bit more. Learn this one with the open fader, and then we'll move on to another one where it's a little bit more difficult, where you have some opening and closing of the crossfader as well while you're moving the record. So again, this is the baby scratch. Hopefully it's helpful to you. If it was, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, hit that share, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more cheat codes. Thank you all for coming in today, watching today's cheat code. Yours truly, DJ Mike Marvelous of Marvelous DJs, cheat code.